Hi, it's Beth, and this is Beth's Teacher Tech Talks. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to add a Google Classroom to your Google account and how to put an assignment into this classroom. Okay, let's get started. First, you're going to go to your Google account. Then you're going to click these little boxes up here in the right-hand corner next to your name. Make sure that you're signed in to Google already. If you're not, you need to sign in first, and then you'll see this page. Then you're going to click More, and you're going to click on Classroom. Now I have to sign in again. It may or may not ask you to. I have multiple Google accounts, so I'm going to pick the one that I don't have any classrooms set up on yet. That's an Education Google. So you can only do this with Education Google accounts. So I'm going to click here. Now I'm getting a different screen than what you're going to have right now because I've already been past the page that you're on, so it won't let me see it again. So basically you're going to check your name and email address in the left-hand side, make sure it's the right one that you want to be signing in with, and then on the right-hand side you're going to click on the box that says Teacher. Now you should be on the page that I am here. Okay, so now you're going to click the little plus to create your classroom. And it's going to ask you if you want to join an existing class. So if you're co-teaching with someone or you have a code from an existing class, you would want to join that class. Otherwise, you're going to click Create Class. And you're going to give the class a name. So I'm going to give this class ELA. And I'm going to put period 1. Now I click Create. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. So now here is my Google Classroom. There's a lot of things that I can do in here. The main things that I want to point out to you, since we don't have a lot of time, is I want to point out your class code. This is the code that you would give to students to join your class, just like how you could have joined a class. That's the code that you're going to give to them to join. And then you want to set up your Google with your classroom with the students. So you want to make sure that all of the students are listed in there after you've given them the class code. You could invite them if you wanted to through their Google email, but I found it just as easy to give out the code on a little piece of paper or up on the board and have them just sign in that way. Over here is where you could put a photo in that would show up right here, and you could select a different theme as far as the different themes that you would want to have in your classroom. Sometimes I think it's neat to have something like this with the book because it's for ELA. So I tried to set up my classroom so that they had themes like that. So that's the main part. You're going to go back to the stream here and you're going to click the plus button, and there's several different things that you could do. You could create an announcement if you just want the students to know about something that's going to be happening. You can create an assignment. You can create a question that you want them to have, or you can create reuse post, which is where you would use an old post that you already had. So I'm going to actually click create an assignment. And it wants to tell me what to do here. You can either follow the prompts. Google's really good about following the prompts, or you can just exit out. So I'm going to put here for the title, I'm going to put writing assignment number 1. And then if there were any instructions that you wanted to give them as far as what they should do, you could do that here. And then you would set your due date. So you can either leave it at the default, which is usually that the next day, or you can go into the calendar and set a different day. You could also set the time that you want there to be, or you can make it no due date. Maybe you just want it to be where they have plenty of time to do it. In here is also where you can attach if you want to go into your Google Drive and you want to give them something that you have already put into your Google Drive that you want them to have, or upload something from someplace else. I don't have anything in there right now, so I'm not going to do that. This would go straight to attaching from your drive. This would be if you wanted to add a YouTube video, if your school allows YouTube videos to be in there, or if you have a link to an assignment that you want to place in there. And then you would click Assign, and there it would be. And the students would come in and click on this assignment, and it would look like, if you had students, you would be able to see who has had access to it or who has actually done it. That would be where your student work shows up, or the instructions. If I had put any instructions in there, they would be in there as well. If you wanted to change anything with the assignment, if you wanted to edit it somehow, you would go here and you could change the due date, you could add something in there, or if you wanted to delete it altogether because you made a mistake like I have 100 times, and you could just delete that assignment so that it's not there anymore. And then when you add a new assignment, it's going to go on top of that assignment. So that's why you have the Move to the Top button, because if you wanted it to be the top assignment and not have them to have to scroll for it, then you would want to make sure you do that. So next time we'll talk about how to attach a Google document so that they could write on it themselves. But that's our time for today. Thanks for joining me with Beth's Teacher Tech Talks. See you next time.